Alright, welcome back. Last time, didn't exactly do much in particular. We grabbed the we grabbed Admin Tech 48 and went through all of diplomatic ideas at once. Additionally, Enlightenment has just reached Moscow in the southern city of Cherson in modern-day Ukraine. It's currently costing 23,000 to embrace, but wait a little while. It's going to arrive in several cities over the next 8 or so years. I'll probably embrace them in 1820 in order to so that I can get the cheaper tech cost benefit for the next military technology. The breech loading rifle. And then I'll jump through admin tech to get the next diplomatic idea group of eminence ideas, which I can use to grab minus 15% diplo annexation cost, which is quite good. So, let's get started. Additionally, going through all that has reduced the annexation costs, well, estimated annexation time of the Commonwealth from after the current year, unless you're watching this more than 6 years from now, in which, hi there. Well, it's reduced to 1876, which is still 20 years after the end date of 1856, but it's still good. It's better than nothing, is what I'm saying. And getting one more Diplo rep and reducing the cost by another 15% should make it possible for me to annex the Commonwealth before then. Heck, I might be able to annex, say, Theodoro or some of the other miners that are my vassal states. Oh yeah, something that I haven't mentioned. I also started spying on 2 new countries. Used to be Pisa, but they got annexed by Milan. Right, so I've got 2 spy networks. One in Stettin, because if I open up the ledger, go to technologies, nations technologies, there we go. Stettin happens to be the most advanced country in the world. It's the most advanced one. Yeah. I could also do Florence, technically, but the problem is they're not independent, therefore I can't spy on them. I also am spying on Verona as well. For one simple reason. Unlike Stettin, they don't have espionage ideas. As a result, my spy network grows more than twice as fast, which makes it a lot easier for me to build a spy network there. You do know that I do actually have a flagship system unlocked. The cheapest design available sounds appropriate. I have been increasing naval harbors in multiple locations. And there's also been lowering autonomies in several locations. I don't need to increase the number of transports. 40k is my general army size. Well, it might change. Are there any supply limit increases? There's one big one, level 56, and I did just recently get one. Let me check areas that I don't have control to. 40 seems to be around the lowest in any reasonably developed area, so I don't think I'm going to increase it any further. There we go. 50 warships and 40 transports. Yeah, if most of the Moscow, I'll just call them suburbs, because that's basically what the adjacent provinces are. Most of the Moscow suburbs managed to embrace Enlightenment, either right on the month of January or in February. That's really going to lower quite a few costs, since this is my major urban area. It's not mega city levels, but how should I put this? It sort of becomes like the Rhineland, where there's a lot of economic development in a small area. The cities never actually grew in. No city actually grows into another one, or well, only a few cities. It's not a real mega city like, well, New York or Tokyo has become. But it's a collection of several large cities that all together make up a very powerful region economically. That's what has become of my capital state. An economic region of supreme strength and power. Of course, some of the adjacent provinces won't be able to pick it up. I think Ver has enough time to get to it. Yeah. Maybe this province? Maybe. No, not this province. Yeah, okay, so the capital state, except for Tarusa, will be fully gone. Tarusa's a bit of a... My capital state, and Tarusa. Except for Tarusa. Yep, cost just increased dramatically because 4 new provinces have just embraced it. I could theoretically wait until Lemsky and Ver have it. I don't think it's worth the amount of time that would cost. Let's just embrace it now. Theoretically, I would lose those points, but I don't lose it so long as the tech uses it up. Self-proclaimed monarchy. Actually, tech, tech, and tech. I think I'm the first one to grab that. This just gave me 2 innovativeness. No, don't need to grab that. Okay, idea group. Eminence ideas. That is the right one, correct? Yes. This. I'm gonna use the enter key. I can't grab any more text. Sad. Okay. Let's go this through one at a time. Ooh. Preparatory skills. Schools. Right. That was probably from the admin ideas. Admin tech. Anyway. In 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte used his army to end the French Republic and declare himself emperor. His example inspired other would-be dictators to crown themselves and start new monarchies across the known world. This was especially noticeable in the New World. Empire of Brazil, anyone? Empire of Mexico? No extra effect. Research universities. In 1810, the University of Berlin was founded using the ideas of William von Humboldt, the newly appointed Director of Education in Prussia. Humboldt believed that education should be a holistic mix of science and art, study, and research. Under his directorship, Prussian universities were given academic independence and encouraged to research as they wished, with students allowed to choose their own courses of study. At the same time, he also brought in certification requirements for teachers in Prussia. These principles rapidly made an impact on higher education inside Prussia and led to the development of modern universities. +5 to expansion capacity, so that's admin efficiency. Trade unions. As nations industrialized, workers found working conditions worse, even as industrialists earned record profits. Some workers formed unions in order to demand higher wages, shorter hours, or safer working conditions. At first, these were legal and treated harshly, but by 1824, Britain had legalized them. At first, they were temporary groups formed during conflicts, but over the following generation they became permanent organizations whose members became involved in politics and attempted to form general unions with more strike power. Another group of ideas. My throat's starting to get tired of this. City sergeants. In 1829, the French sergeants de ville were founded, becoming the first uniformed police force in the world, +2 states. Breech-loading rifles. Breech-loading guns were much faster to reload than traditional muzzle-loading guns, but required sophisticated engineering to ensure the breech was tightly sealed before firing the gun. Now that metallurgy and precision tools were available, the breech-loaded rifle inevitably began to replace the musket. +15% maneuver, +0.2 infantry fire, +1 to artillery fire. Evidence idea groups unlock. Providing our spies diplomatic status can reduce the negative impact if they are caught in places they do not belong. -25% covert relations impact. Covert act relation impact. Experienced diplomats. Fostering groups of seasoned diplomats provides a basis for long-term foreign relations, +1 diplo rep. Friendly relations. It is best to appear friendly to everyone, even when that isn't entirely true. By appearing friendly, we encourage all nations to view us more as a potential ally rather than as a foe. +30% improved relations, -5% CCC, core creation cost. Imperial ambitions. Our ambition makes it clear to the world that we should take it seriously. +1.15 yearly prestige, -0.5% prestige decay. Fair cause. The most skillful diplomat can justify even the most blatant aggression as merely reasonable expansion. -10% aggressive expansion impact, -50% diplomatic cost. Additional diplomats. Our international situation requires more diplomats. +1 diplomat. Very concise. Additional relations. If we want to expand our ties with other nations as servants or friends, we need the staffs to support their embassies. And finally, completion bonus, -10% province war score cost. Oh, that's done. Oh, better centralization. That too. Just needed a minute. Anyway, preparations are ready. Right. Take Mordovia, Davey. I'm gonna swap you to. I'd rather have the siege one go to the province with an actual fort. The other one was siege. Yep. Yeah, I figured they would jump him. I also don't have my navy down here. Now to think about it, would be quite a bit more useful by this point to have it down there. Oh well. I can still fight Turkey. Although I have no idea how big is their military. Probably should have checked this. 23,000 infantry. 17,000. Okay. That's already 40k. They have 60k troops, so I'm sending more troops to them already. And they have, and the total thing has less troops in it. Penalty for failure to loot. Heavily restrict looting. This is mostly a conquest war. Although I would like to loot a good bit of Turkey. Did I forget to move you there? It appears so. I can grab Diplotech for just this low? 199 points. Have I managed to get it to minus 50% total? Wow. The Sextant. The Sextant was a brilliant device that could replace both an octant and a quadrant on board a ship. What even are them? First built in 1757, the Sextant became indispensable aboard ship. Psst. There's something that's may agitate for liberty, plus 1 maximum range, plus 10% naval maintenance. Yay. Dominion tech. What's a quadrant and what's an octant? I'm gonna have to... Let's see here. The octant, also called perfecting quadrant. Measuring instrument used primarily in navigation. Invented by Newton. Okay. It's a quadrant. Used to measure angles. Okay. And a sextant is a combination of both. It's doubly refracting navigation instrument. Huh. 2 times. Huh. Kosovo wants to rent Condor ride. That is not worth 9 ducats per month. Declined. Let me pick a more suitable peace deal. Golden Horde, doesn't matter. War reps and cash, please. The Turks are willing to leave the war. And they're willing to give back Constantinople for it. Okay. That's a deal I'm willing to make. $530 ducats. Which is less than a year and a half. That will stop all their sieges too. I just need to de-siege stuff now. It's actually achievable with a single army. There we are. Okay, I think by now I can do this. Cancel subject to no. Oh, tributary state. Probably? I don't know. War reps, that should be good. I'll just grab the maximum amount of money. Because why not? Oh! Okay. Let's just placate local rulers for the time being. I'm sure my own power will increase by then. You guys can head back. And another successful war. I now control the entirety of the Greater Russia region. At the very least, indirectly. And most of the Commonwealth. Indirect, that is almost entirely indirect. They lack Prussia and Livonia. Anyway, yeah. So, in world news, Bohemia's dying entirely. Bavaria, unified. Meisen's the one that's slaughtering Bohemia at the moment. Milan is doing a really good job of unifying Italy. They're not all the way there yet, though. Oh, the situation here has not changed, period. As I said before, Castile becoming independent. Algeria is going into Morocco. Granada's independent. In southern Morocco. Alwa is busy eating up their vassal states. But they're now a junior partner of Beni Paris. This little state right here. That is not going to last. Cuba, Portuguese Haiti, the Antilles down here. That's Castile. That's Castile. What happened to the Antilles? Right, they're light blue. And they're one little state marked. Okay. New World. So no one's colonized California yet. Interesting. I don't know why I can see that. Colonization of Madagascar continues. This looks very strange. Orcan civic protests. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, Constantinople is now mine once again. Annexation of the Commonwealth is expected to finish. Well, it was expected to finish in 1847, but it's going to be a little while before I get back all those stupid points I burnt on peace deal. Right. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. This will probably be the last week of recording. Unless the campaign doesn't actually finish, which is probably going to be one more episode on that Monday, or maybe yet another one on Wednesday. I doubt it's going to take 2 more weeks. Yeah, so, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.